Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon from Nigeria. It's exactly 12 p.m. here. Um, yes, so I would like to say welcome to this session. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Before I kickstart the session, I would like to introduce myself and my other colleagues that are on this training session. So yes, my name is Olamide Ogungbemi. I am a digital skills trainer, a Google digital skills trainer with Impact Her. Yes, and I have with me my able colleagues. I have Clementina, right? You'll be seeing Clementina at the comment section. Please um, take note of that and please feel free to interact with her. Should be ensuring that every of your comments and questions are addressed, right? And then I also have with me here Chika. Chika is at the back end. You won't be seeing her much, right? But of course, she's ensuring that this training goes very well and without any itch, right? So welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Oh, yeah, I can see someone here. I can see Football Corner. You said your name is Joachim. Welcome, Joachim. Yes, we're really happy to have you here. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Tell us your name and where you're joining us from, right? And of course, please feel free to drop your business name so that we'll have an idea of who you are and what you do. All right, welcome, Nina. Nina from um Dract. I hope I pronounced that properly. I believe that Dract is in Kenya. Welcome, Rinter. Welcome, Rinter Luther. Aaron. Welcome. Great to really have you here. Yes. Oh yeah, it's 2 o'clock there. It's past 2 there. Yeah, it's 12 past 12 here. Yes. I think the most important thing is that we're in the afternoon. So welcome. Good afternoon. Oh yes, I can see Mel from Kenya. Good afternoon. Welcome. Yes. It's great to have you here. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Tell us your business name and what kind of business you do. Right. We're really happy to have every one of you here, and we're really looking forward to a great session this afternoon. We hope that we have a great time, and not just having a great time, but we have an insightful session so that we go back home and put to work whatever we are learning from this particular session. Yes, welcome everyone. Again, I would say welcome. All right, so I'll just dive right into the session, even as we wait for others to join. Right. So we're going to be talking about how to create a digital marketing plan for your business. How do you create a digital marketing plan for your business? Yes, we're talking about that this afternoon, right? And yes, so we'll be also be talking about. We're going to break this down into different agendas, right? The first is introduction to digital marketing. We're going to look at what digital marketing is about, right? And then we're going to also look at how to build a digital marketing plan for your business, right? And of course, how to harness the power of digital advertising. Do you see that? So this is what we're going to be talking about this afternoon. Yes, and I really hope that we go back, with a lot of insights. Right. So before I go ahead into this session, I'm going to remind you again, right, that Google is actually offering a free one-on-one mentoring to organizations, especially those who own charities and small organizations, which I know you do, right? So please feel free to indicate your interest by signing up using the link that Clementina is going to post right there for you, https .bit.ly / GDSA mentoring. All right, yeah, I can see Glenn. Glenn, welcome. How is Kenya doing? How is Kenya today? Right. In Nigeria it's just warm. It's The weather is really good. Right. So let me hear from you. How is the weather from your end? All right. So let's just move ahead with this session. All right. So before I actually start talking about this, I would like to ask you, how do you currently engage with your customers? Let me hear from you. How do you currently engage with your customers? I want to hear from you, Mel. I want to hear from you, Aaron. I want to hear from you, Glenn. I want to hear from you, Rinta, Wendy, Joaquin. I want to hear from all of you. Right? How do you currently engage with your customers? Let me hear from you, please. Do you call them? Do you send them messages? Do you um um have a chat with them on your social media pages? Or how do you do that? I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Right? Yes. Let me hear from you, please. How do you currently engage your customers? Or do you not engage at all? Right? Let me hear. I want to really know what that is about. I can't see any comments yet. Mel, what's happening? Aaron, you're here. Glenn, I want to hear from you, right? How do you currently engage with your customers? Okay, Mel says mostly calls. Thank you so much, Mel. I'm really happy to have that answer. Okay, I can see someone else join us from Kenya too. Abdi, how are you doing today? How is Kenya? I mean, Dract. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Actually, I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce it properly. All right. So yes, Mel says mostly calls. Thank you so much for that. All right. So we'll just continue. Okay. Rita says I chat with them on social media platforms. Calls for further clarification. Awesome. That's great. Great to know. Great to hear from you. Great to know that. All right. That's awesome. Okay, Aaron says phone calls, SMS, WhatsApp messages, and statuses. Good. Facebook page has been a great tool. Good. I'm really happy to hear that from you, Aaron. Thank you so much for that contribution. It was really helpful. Yes, thank you. All right, so let's just go ahead. So let's look at what digital marketing is about, right? So digital marketing actually is the production of promotion of products, right, or your brand generally, using electronic devices or the internet, basically. So digital marketing has to do with promoting your brand online. That's just the simple definition. Right? And of course, you can use text messages to promote your brand. You can use video. You can use apps. You can use electronic billboards. You can use digital television, radio channels, and all of those. Right? Just explore. Those are ways that you can actually reach out to your customers and more like ensure that they know that you exist, right? So I mean, you need to ensure that you analyze the right campaigns and right content, right, for you to reach out to your customers. And of course, you have to know the right strategy. How do you do that? And you know what is working per time. Is this working? Okay, I've been using digital I've been using radio channels since. Have I made enough sales since I started doing that? Or I've been doing podcasts about my products, right? But am I really getting enough sales from that? You need to really check all of this, right? And that's what digital marketing is about, basically, right? And you know that we actually live in a mobile world now. Do you know that there are actually 747 million SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa? Do you know that? And you know that we have 91% of South Africans that own mobile phones, right? 91%. Do you see that? And yeah, I see a lot of people from Kenya, right? And Kenya, 80% of Kenyans and Nigerians own mobile phones. Do you understand that? So we have 80% of Kenyans and Nigerians owning mobile phones. Do you see that? And yes, we have 65%, right? Some 65% of active mobile phone users in Nigeria have actually shopped online at a point in time. Do you see that? And that's why it's really important that you actually get online if you have not, because at the end of the day, you're on the losing side. There are a lot of opportunities for you online. There are a lot of opportunities for you when you use your mobile device, right? Because there are a lot of users that you can target with mobile devices. Do you see that? Right. And of course, I would like to ask, okay, so what kind of opportunities might arise from connecting with customers online? I want to hear your thoughts. Right. What kind of opportunities might arise when you connect with your users online or your customers online? Right. There are a lot of them, and I know, and I mean, I want to hear from you before I start saying mine, right? But there are a lot of them. There are a lot of opportunities that you get, with your customers, connecting your customers online, right? Please let me hear from you. What are the opportunities that you may have, right, as a business owner, as a business, right? So please let me hear from you, right? Yes, I can. I'm waiting to hear Rinta. I'm sure you're there. I'm sure you see why are you calling my name? Yes, I love that. Right. Oh yeah, Gifts just joined us. Gifts, welcome. Welcome. I really hope that you're having a great time, and I really hope that you have a great session. Yeah, Abdi, I'm waiting to hear from you. Mel, right? Mel seems like my favorite. Like your name is so easy, so your name is very close to my lips. All right. So, what kind of opportunities you think that might arise when you connect with your users online, or your customers online? I mean. All right, I can't see anyone yet, so I'll assume that, well, maybe we just don't want to say anything for now. But yes, I'm just going to go through some of those opportunities, right? So the first is that you have increased reach, right? You have increased reach. That means that you are going to be able to reach a lot of people from all over the world. You're not going to be limited to Kenya. You're not going to be limited to Africa. You're going to have connections to people, in Canada, in Europe, in other continents and countries of the world. Do you see that? And of course, you're going to be able to learn about your customers. You know what they want and what they do not want, right? You know what they prefer. You know what their interests are. You know what they will definitely what will definitely suit them based on your own packaging, your branding, and all of those things, right? And of course, you'll be able to communicate and support your customers so that you don't have issues purchasing your product, or even getting access to information they need from you. Do you see that? Right. And of course, there are a lot of channels that you need to consider for digital marketing. There are a lot of them, and we're going to consider some of these channels right in this session, right? So we have search engine optimization, SEO, right? We have search engine marketing, right? We have search engine social media marketing, and then we have display marketing, we have email marketing, and content marketing, right? And of course, SEO, which is search engine optimization, helps you to optimize your website so that it shows more often on search engine results. For example, a customer goes to Google to type cakes, great cakes in Kenya, right? And of course, if you own a cake brand and you've already optimized your website, you realize that your website will be on the first page of Google. Do you understand that, right? And of course, we have search engine marketing, which is being able to pay for advertising so that they'll appear on search engines, right? I'm sure if you go to Google now and search for whatever you want to search for, the first three options you see are ads. They are not those did not come out organically. They didn't come out as a result of SEO. No, you are seeing them because they paid for those adverts, and right. So they are the first three options you'd see, when you search for anything. And of course, we have social media marketing, right? Social media marketing has to do with using your social networks, right? Such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all of those to actually get attention, to get traffic, and also to reach new customers, right? And yes, we have display marketing. Display marketing is actually using advertising on different platforms, on different websites, right? For example, your friend owns a website. You say, okay, you know what, let me advertise on your website so that when people come to your website, they can also see my own product. Do you see that? That's one way to do that. And of course, we have email marketing. So email marketing is just basically getting connecting to your customers using using their email addresses. So you send them, for example, might be daily emails or weekly emails, or just maybe just twice in a week, right? Telling them about, how to probably use your product, how to use your services, or whatever, how to, not just advertising. I mean, it might get annoying when customers just say buy now, buy now, buy now, right? But maybe try and tell them, oh, the advantages of drinking juice, right? Or the advantage of eating cakes, or that advantage of eating healthy meals, right? You're able to pick different topics per time and help them to understand why they have to do that. And of course, we have content marketing, right? So content marketing has to be creating and sharing different kind of blogs, posts, videos, and all of the infographics, yes, to actually attract your users' attention, your customers' attention, and also to drive traffic to your website or to your social media pages. Do you see that? So that's really, really important. These are really important channels for you to take advantage of. And we're going to talk about all of these channels in the course of the session. All right. So before I move ahead, I'd like to hear from you. Do you have questions? If you have questions, please feel free to let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them. All right. So I can see Eric. Eric, welcome. I can also see Owiti Emmanuel. Welcome, Owiti. I really hope you're having a great time. Nairobi, your name from Nairobi, Eric. Welcome. How is Nairobi this afternoon? All right, and Emmanuel is joining from Juat. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I want to hear from you. Do you have questions? Let me know before we go ahead into the session. Right. Do you have questions? I can see questions for now, so I assume that we don't have questions for now. But please feel free to drop your questions if you have any in the course of the session. We'll be happy to answer them. All right, thank you so much. All right, so let's look at how to build your digital marketing plan. You need to know how to build your digital marketing plan, because anyone without a plan, I mean, there's this saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You know that, right? So yes, in this case, you also need to plan. You need to plan how to market your business to your customers out there. Yeah, and we're going to look at 6 steps to do that. The first step to do that is you need to have your business goals and objectives. You need to make them clear. What are my business goals and objectives? The next step is you need to know what your budget is. What can my budget accommodate? What resources do I have that can actually ensure that I have a great digital marketing, right? And of course, the next is, who are my audience, right? Who is my audience? Like, who am I reaching out to? Are they students? My proposed customers, or my projected customers, are they more of adults? Are they 65 years and above? Are they 18 years 18 years to 40 years old? Whatever it is, you need to know, because you need those information to actually decide what kind of channels, right, to use. Because we understand that for some channels, especially Facebook, right, we see a lot of old people on Facebook and WhatsApp, right? So you know that, okay, these people, I'm gonna have to reach out to them through this particular channel, because I know that they usually stay longer, or they are usually found in this, using this particular channel, right? So that's it. And then you need to also plan your activity, right? What exactly am I going to be doing from this time to this time, right? You need to plan and know what exactly you're doing to get the kind of results you want. And of course, you need to measure. Now, we're going to talk about the smart goal, right? That smart goals, we'll talk about it very shortly. All right, so these are the 6 steps you need to take to ensure that you build a great digital marketing plan. So let's look at the first step in details. Having business goals and objectives. Right. So let's look at an example here. We have Monday. Monday is actually an hairdresser, right? And she's trying to see what her goals and objectives are. So Monday is here. She's an hairdresser, and she's saying that her business goals are to get more customers through her door, probably whether they are new customers or they are old customers. She just wants to get them, and she wants to ensure that she wants to make more people in her area know that our business exists. That's our own business objective, right? And goals. Do you see that? So that's what Monday wants for her business, right? And yeah, you actually have examples of online objectives, right? One could be to increase traffic to your website. Do you see that? And of course, another one could be to increase your online sales. You want to have more sales online, right? And another one could be, oh, you know what, I want to increase my brand awareness, right? I want to make sure people know that, for example, male organics exist, right? I want to make sure that they exist. I want to make sure they know that I exist, so that they can actually come to me whenever they need to purchase any organic product. Or you want to say, you know what, I want to increase my, social media followers, or I want to increase my social media likes, so that people would know that, yes, I'm doing a great job. That, if that's what you want, it's fine, right? So, but you need to know that your online objectives has to align with your business goals. You can't have different online objectives and something very different for your business goals. No, it doesn't work. So, for example, if your online objective is to increase um online reach and awareness, then you need to know that your business goal has to be that you want to make more people aware that you exist, right? You can't say that, oh, I want to sell more products, and then your online objective will be, oh, online reach. No, they are not really at par, right? Then of course you need to also increase your website sales, right? If that's your online objective, you say, okay, that means that my business goal is that I want to sell more products. Do you see that? Right? And of course, if it is that, oh, you know what, I want to increase my social media likes, right, and followers, that means that you're saying that your business goal is that you want to get found by a lot of people. Do you see that? Right? And of course, if it is that, if your online objective is that, okay, you know what, I want to increase traffic to my website, then what you are saying is that you want to get more customers returning back to your social media page or to your website. Do you see that? So that's really hit. You have to ensure that your online objective has to align with your business goals. It's very, very important. Okay, so let's just move ahead. Right. So you need to also know what exactly is your budget, and what resources are available to you, right? So now here is Monday. She's saying, you know what, I don't have a website yet. It's too much of an investment right now. Okay, if that's what she feels, then she has to work around that. Do you understand? Right? She needs to be able to work around having, just turning our resources to something else that will not make her spend, money on a website. Do you see that? Yeah, I can see Eric, yes. Okay, Nairobi, very sunny, awesome. It's also the same in Nigeria. It's actually sunny here. Right. Okay, I can see a question. Okay. You said, how do you optimize your search? And oh, just relax. We're going to talk about that in the course of today's session, right? How to actually optimize your search engine. We'll talk about that. So please feel free to relax and enjoy the ride, right? Okay. Yeah, I can see someone joining from um okay, why there are, since you're joining from Juat, Kenya, welcome. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, you have not missed a lot. We've just been talking about how to create a good digital marketing plan for your business, basically. And we've talked about how that we can you should you should understand what your business goals are, what your business objectives are, and ensure that your business objective aligns with your what business goals. Then you need to know what your budget is, and then you have to plan around what your budget is, right? So that's what we talked about basically. And then the next step is your audience, right? You need to know who your audience is, right? Because knowing your audience will help you to know who you are reaching out to and how to reach out to them, right? So Monday here is saying that she's targeting females in her local area, right? She says most of our valuable customers are females above 30 years old. Awesome. They normally have children and work part-time. Most of them use Facebook. Do you see that? That's already a lot of information. Now she knows their age. She knows when they are available. So she doesn't reach out to them maybe when they are not available. Probably when they are preparing their kids for school, 8 a.m. She knows that they are not available at that time. So she does not need to reach out to them at that time. She doesn't need to send create posts at such times, right? And she doesn't need to go to Twitter because she knows that most of them are on Facebook. Do you see how that has helped? Right. So it's very important that you know who your audience is, so that you'll be able to channel the right information to them. Right, and you need to consider your marketing channels. Do you see that? You need to consider, okay, I will talk about that briefly, but I'm going to talk about that more elaborately even right now. So so you have to actually ask yourself which marketing channels are the right ones for me, for my business. If I own, for example, if you own a an organic product business, for example, you need to, okay, what kind of market channels are right for my kind of audience, right? So yes, so of course, knowing your online objective would help you to know what the right marketing channels are. For example, if your online objectives are you want to reach, you know, more people online and to create awareness, right? You should consider display marketing, right? And of course, social media marketing and content marketing. Now, and I'm going to talk about all of these channels more elaborately, right? But these are things to consider, right? And of course, if you want to increase website sales, you need to consider search engine marketing, right? And search engine optimization, and of course, email marketing. If you want to increase traffic to your website, you think, okay, you know what, I need search engine marketing, because I mean, it's going to help. I mean, once people see me on Google, for example, they see that, you know, I do exactly what they do and what they want, then they can go to my website, and that's increasing traffic to my website. Do you see that? Right, and of course, search engine optimization, right, and of course, email marketing. Then you have, if you are looking to increase customer loyalty, you have to think of social media, how you can interact with them, right, and of course, email marketing, so that you're able to keep them posted on what the new things are happening with your brand, and of course, content marketing. Do you see that? All right, let's continue. So you need to ensure that you plan your activity well. What exactly am I doing per time? Right. So for example, here's Monday saying, okay, my online objective are to reach more people in my local area, right? And actually to get more returning customers. I don't have a website yet, it's too much of an investment right now. How could I use digital to help me? Right. So let's look at how to use digital to help her, right? So digital marketing to help her. So the first thing she needs to do, the first advice we are giving Monday is that she should list her business on Google My Business and create a free website. Now, Google My Business is so easy. All you need to do is just go to Google My Business on Google, right? You can just search for it, and voila, you register your business on Google My Business, get it verified, and trust me, you're already there. So that by the time people search for your business, for maybe something related to your business, for example, they search for great cakes near me, and you have already done your SEO so that it carries the word great cakes, right? Your business comes up, and they see your business by the right hand side of Google, right? Because what, you are listed on Google My Business. They see your address, they see your website, they see your contact details. Easily they can reach you. Do you see how easy that is? And of course, she can also create a free website. She doesn't have the budget for an expensive website. It's easy. She can go to Wix, create a free website, or she can just go to Google site and create a free website with the templates that are available there. Do you see that? So that's really easy. Then of course, you have to set up a Facebook page, right? And with a Facebook page, you can actually collect reviews. You can actually post pictures of your customers, hairstyles, and all of those. Do you see? Then you can use Facebook advertising to target people in your local area, right? So that you have an offer. Oh, Christmas is coming soon, right? So say, oh, this Christmas you're going to have 20% off on all sales. Do you see that? And of course, with that, you're 20% off. This is I'm willing to buy. People are buying more of your products. Do you see that? So that's really how Monday can actually, you know, increase more people. I mean, increase our reach, so that people in our local area can actually, get to know about our business, and also actually get people that have bought from her before to come back to buy. Do you see that? All right. So the last thing we're going to talk about here in this particular aspect is measure. You have to measure. Am I really meeting up to my business goals and my online objectives? Is it working or not? Do you see that? So I mean, let's look at what's smart. when they say smart objective, what does it really mean? It's actually an acronym, that enables teams and individuals to actually succeed in their goals, right? So S stands for specific. So that means that your objectives have to be specific. What exactly are you reaching out to achieve? You have to specify it clearly, right? It might be that, oh, I want to increase reach to my website. That's clear enough, right? Then M stands for measurable. How can I measure? If once I have an increase, how will I be able to measure that this reach has actually increased? Yes, there are actually a lot of ways you can do that, online. Then of course, achievable. A stands for achievable, right? And achievable is that, is this something that can really happen? Can I really get, for example, 2,000 people on my social media within a week? Is it achievable, or am I just daydreaming? Right? That allows you to measure. Then R stands for realistic. Realistic also is close to achievable. Now I'm saying I want to get 2,000 people to my website within a week. Is it really logical? Can this really happen? Do you see? And then time bound. You need to set a time. Don't just like I've said, setting having 2,000 people, having 2,000 customers within a week is really not realistic. So you need to ensure that you set a good timing, that allows you to actually achieve that your online objective um for that period of time. Do you see that? I really hope that we're having a great time and we're enjoying this session, because honestly I am. I'm enjoying what is going on here, and I really hope that we are and we are learning a lot. All right. So I mean, you have to set smart objective, right? It's very necessary. That's why I just said, because you can't just set objective and you're not meeting up to, and you just keep setting the same objective over and over again, even when you're not even when it's not realistic, right? So you need to ensure that you actually apply this smart rule to ensure that you have achievable results, right? So I mean, if your broad objective is, okay, you know what, I want to increase online sales, that's broad, because I mean, there's no timing, there's nothing specific, right? Now your smart objective has to be that I want to increase online sales by 20%. You see, that's clear. You're not saying I just want to increase online sales. How? By how many percent? But this one is saying by 20% within 3 months. It's clear. So you know that, okay, 20% within 3 months is realistic, it's achievable. Do you see? And it's time bound. I know what I'm dealing with. So I can measure once it's already 3 months, I will be able to measure, did I actually achieve this within, did I actually increase my online sales by 20%? Do you see that? And of course, if your online objective is to increase brand awareness, that's your broad is a broad objective. Okay, that's what I want to do, right? But then your smart objective should be that, oh, I want to increase my brand awareness on Facebook. Do you see how clear that is? It's clear. What platform? It's clear. Is it on Twitter? Is it on Is it on LinkedIn? By growing our audience with new people by 40%, it's clear. That's a mark to show that, okay, now I've gotten what I want. Do you see that? All right. I mean, now let's look at the entire thing now, using Monday, right, as a point of reference, right? So Monday is saying, oh, you know what, my business goal is that I want to reach more people in my local area, right, and get customers through my door. She said, okay, my audience clearly defined, they are females and they are between 39 to 45. So I know their age group, right? Then I know that they are actually local customers and they are past customers. Do you see that? It's clear. Then she said, okay, because I know that these people are females and they are between 39 to 45 years, most of them will actually use Facebook, right? And then I can actually target SEO so that it's local. I'll just, if for example I can put the keyword in my website and say, let's say cakes in Kenya, great cakes in Kenya is defined, is strategic. Do you see that? Right. And then, so for example, anybody that comes to Google to search for great cakes in Kenya, because I've optimized my website tends to be among the first, on the first page, or part of the first set of queries she sees. Do you see that? Right. Then what do I have to do? I have to build a website, and I know that I don't have the budget, so I have to use Wix or Google site, right? And I know when I do that, it's going to boost my visibility on Google. Then I can actually also use Facebook advertising because I know that most of them are there, right? And then you'll be able to see whatever my ads are, right? And then my online objective is to increase online reach, increase returning customers, right? But now I know that I'm not just going to do that. It's not just going to jump on my head, my feet or my head, right? I need to do that. I need to increase my Facebook like specifically to actually get that objective met. And I have to get increase my Facebook like from new people by 50% within the next month, right? And I'll also increase my bookings from past customers by 20% in the next quarter. So it's very clear what Mondi wants to do. This is a very clear digital marketing plan. With this, trust me, Mondi is good to go. And trust me, she has 90% chances of actually getting her business goal met because she has actually put everything in place and it's clear enough. So I would advise you for you to have a great digital marketing plan, you need to actually follow all of these steps and make it defined. Let it not be something that is not clear, something that is not defined. Let it be defined and clear so that you know what they are achieving, you know how to measure when that happens, right? Do you see that? All right, so I really hope that we are enjoying this session. So I want to confirm that we are. So give me a one if you're in this session and you're having a great time. Give me a one, please, before we continue. Fatuma, welcome. Fatumata. Yeah, Fatumata, welcome. I really hope that you're enjoying this session. Please, I want to have a one from everyone. If you're in this session, Eric, Salome, Mel, right? Who else? Abdi, Emmanuel, Gibbs. I want to see a one from you, please. If you're, oh well, thank you so much, Mel. Thank you, Abdi. Thank you very much. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. All right, that's really, really great. I know that you're following, and so I'll just move ahead. All right, so now I'm going to be asking questions. Right, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, White Terror. Thank you so much. All right, please, this is another call for question. Okay, Abdi is saying, how do you optimize your search engine? Awesome. All right, so let me answer that question, right? How do you optimize your search engine? All right, so that's really easy, right? So you need to know that there are search engines actually work with keywords, right? You need to be aware that they work with keywords. And for your website, or whatever it is, your page to be on the top or to be optimized, right? You need to use the keywords that are trending. So you can go to Google Trends and search for the trending keywords, right? So that you are going to use those keywords to actually you are going to put those keywords on your website, right, to optimize it. With this, you realize that easily your proposed customers can actually search for you on Google or any other search engine, and voila, you are right on the top of the search engine. Do you understand? So that's really as simple as that, how to optimize. And then I know that there are also other applications you can use. I don't have the names right now, but you can actually search for that. But I mean, that's really the easy way. Go to Google Trends, get the trending keywords, and yes, you actually optimize your websites with the trending keywords. On your website, you will see that you can actually include that plugin, yeah, right? Search engine optimization plugin, and yes, you'll be able to do that easily. Yeah. All right. I hope I answered your question. Please let me know if you understand or not, so that I can go back if you do not. Right. Mel is asking, is local marketing performance measurable? Okay, what do you mean by local marketing? So local marketing in terms of mouth mouth to mouth, or maybe one-on-one marketing, is that what you're asking? Well, if that's what you're asking, right, I would say that that's really tough, right? It's really tough to know if that is measurable. It's tough, right? I mean, it could be measurable if you are, if for example you reach out, you know that you've talked to, for example, 20 people in a week, right? And you are able to say, okay, did this thing work? Did they actually come back? The ones I spoke to, did they come back to me to actually buy, or they did not? That's the only way you can measure that, because you know that, okay, I actually reached out to this particular person, I reached out to this particular person. Did that person come back to me or not? Then if they didn't come back, you know, okay, it didn't work. Then you can measure that, okay, that method might not actually work, right? But I mean, if there are other ways that you're thinking of that I'm not saying, please feel free to mention, right? But I mean, if it's one-on-one marketing, well, you can actually measure it through that particular way I've mentioned. Maybe other ways could be that you're maybe sending text messages. Well, sending text messages, you might not really be able to measure that, right? Yeah, those are the things I can think of right now. But if you have a more specific question in that regard, please feel free to let me know. And if you feel that I've not answered your question, please feel free to let me know also. All right, thank you so much. So those are the questions I can see for now. So yes, okay, one-on-one, yes. So one-on-one, the only way one-on-one can work, the only way you can measure one-on-one is to say, okay, I reach out to, for example, Eric. Did Eric come back to buy from me? He didn't come back. You can ask Eric, Eric, why didn't you, buy it for me? Then you can, oh, give me a call. Oh, we have great products. Why not try us and all that? That's the only way you can actually measure, that, that works. Do you see? All right, thank you, Mel, for that question. Please feel free to drop your questions if you have any more questions before we go ahead. I'll just give some a few seconds for that. All right, so I can't see any other questions yet, so I'll just move ahead. But yes, you can actually still drop your question if you have any. All right, then let's move ahead. So the last part of this session is harnessing the power of digital advertising. Actually, digital advertising is powerful, right? It's really powerful because it actually can change your business. I mean, I know of some people that they don't have any physical store and they're making a lot of sales just by being on Instagram. Some of them, they don't even go beyond Instagram, just Instagram, and then they already have a lot of sales. Not talk of expand other social media platforms like LinkedIn, like Twitter, right? Like YouTube, right? Like Facebook and all of those, right? So I mean, and not to talk of even having a website. Do you see? So the digital advertising is powerful, right? And you need to be able to harness that, right? So let's look at how to use search engine marketing to harness, how to harness search engine marketing to get, great sales, or, great brand increase for your business. All right. So the first thing to talk about is search query, right? So search query is actually, basically going to search engine platform to actually search for a particular product or service, right, that user wants, right? And when you look at search queries, actually, you see that just like you can see on your screen, the part that is colored in blue, those are ads. I've talked about that initially, right? Those are ads, so that these people that you can see, the cameras and all that, they actually paid for it. They are ads. That's why you see sponsored. That means that those people paid to get their product or service right there on the search engine page. Do you see? Right? And then the part that you can see in green are actually those that did it organically, right? Through SEO, so that they now rank one of the, first or second or third, businesses, right there. So yes, the one in blue is actually paid for, which is the paid text and shopping ads, and then the one in yellow is actually your, the search that the customer is actually looking for, the query, the keywords that they are looking to get. All right, I really hope you understood that, right? Yeah, so let's just move ahead. So let's understand the process for search engine marketing because it's very important for you to know. The first thing is that you have to understand your customers, right? You need to know who are my customers? What do they want? What do they like? What is their interest, right? And the second thing, you need to find keywords. I talked about this already. You need to find keywords that are trending, keywords that customers are actually searching for. If it's raining, for example, during the rainy season, you see that customers are searching for, oh, raincoats, cardigans, they're searching for umbrellas. Those things are related to keeping themselves warm, right, or keeping themselves shielded from the rain are what I think that they'll be searching for those that have products, right? Or it could even be food, right? Hot food, spicy food, right? And all of those, you need to understand what kind of keywords your customers are searching for. And then you need to create ad copy, right? Then of course putting it all together. So let's look at that. Right, so let's compare the search engine marketing to search engine optimization, right? So for search engine marketing, actually you have to actually pay to get your business listed on search engines. Just like I had said initially, when you pay, you would see your customers will actually see that the sponsored, and usually it's the first to third queries that I mean the first to third options that appear on your search engine, right? For example, if someone types organic products near me, right, the first three usually the first three options a customer will see, they are usually paid for, and that's what we call the search engine marketing, right? And then you actually bid on keywords. You don't optimize it. Do you understand? Then of course you definitely straight away, straight up, you don't have to grow. There's no organic anything here. Straight up, you're already on the first page, and not just the first page, first to three, first to three options on this on the search engine page. Do you see that? Right. But for search engine optimization, right, actually the search listings are free. The only thing you need to do is to optimize your keywords. Ensure that what you get the trending keywords and put it in your website so that by the time your users or customers search, you can actually appear on Google. But warning, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes trying different things. Oh, this keyword did not work for a week, let's use another one. Oh, let's use, oh, now we have moved from the third page to the second page. Oh, now we have moved from the last option on the second page to the first option on the second page. So it actually takes time, then gradually it gets to the first page. So it takes time, it takes a lot of trying, testing and all of those things. So we can't really guarantee you that, oh, trust me, once you just optimize your business, your website, you're already on the first page. No, that's no guarantee. All right. Then how do you get how to get started with search engine optimization? The first thing you need to do is to sign up for Search Console, right? You need to submit your content to Google, right? And of course, monitor how you're doing in search. You can actually monitor, oh, am I on the fourth page now? I'm on the second page now. I'm on whatever it is. You can actually do that, and of course, you can actually send alerts when you have issues, right? To Google. Then you can actually help Google find your content so that you submit a sitemap. You promote your site on and offline and share new content. Right. And then you can actually help Google and your users to actually understand your content. Right. You need to create very unique and accurate paid titles. Don't just create any kind of title and wonder why you're not your website is not yet optimized. That's why I've said that you have to go to keywords and look for training keywords to use on that. Then of course you have to create good titles and snippets and use tags. They are very important. Adding tags are very, very, very important to actually emphasize whatever text you believe are important. Do you see that? All right. Let's look at the tips for success in your search engine optimization. Right. The first thing that you have to run keyword research is important. You need to be sure that whatever keyword it is that I'm using It is what is trending. You don't just use any keywords you like because you like it. Oh, this sounds nice. Oh, I can use unique because unique sounds great. No, you don't just use any. You have to run a research. What are people searching for? What in this particular period of time? What are people, looking out to get? That's very, very important to actually have great success in your SEO. Right, and of course, you have to publish useful and high quality content. Don't just look for whatever content, copy and paste from anywhere. No, don't do that. You have to get your, if you cannot do your content yourself, get a content creator to help you to do a very great and high quality content, right? And of course, you have to make your web search and your web pages search friendly, so that when they search, they can easily find you. You don't make it so difficult for your business, for your customers to find you. That's really, really important for you, right? All right, so let's look at what display ads are. We talk about display ads initially. I mean, just mentioned, but I'm going to elaborate more on it. So display ads are actually, I mean, with this diagram, I think you should have an idea of what display ads are, but I'm going to explain. Right, so the display ads are really, those adverts you see on websites, on blogs, you know, in Nigeria, there's a very there's a gossip website. Actually, I mean, you find females more on that website. I mean, it's lindaikeji.com or so, right? Find a lot of people. But trust me, that lady that owns the blog, she's making a lot of money from display ads, because people just go there and get their business, they advertise their businesses right on our blog. And you can do that too if you have, popular brands in Kenya, so that you just pay a token, and have your ads there, right? So how is display ads different from search advertising, right? So search advertising really is focused around, matching ads to user query. For example, I don't know if you have seen this before, but if for example, if you're scrolling and your I mean, you go to Google, for example, and you type something and you click on a paid ad, right? You see that it is more likely that that ad you paid for, I mean, you clicked on, you start seeing more of such kind of ads when you're using the internet. You start seeing more of such. For example, if you search for shoe yesterday, they'll be bringing more shoes, right? Because they believe that, oh, you are interested in shoes. That's something around search ads. Then most relevant when the primary objective is to generate sales. So you have to use search engine when what your primary objective is sales, right? Then for display ads, actually, is focused on serving ads across different websites. I told you already. You can use different blogs, news, local website, or whatever it is. And actually very relevant when your primary objective is to drive awareness. So search engine really is when you want to generate sales, and search advertising is actually to drive brand awareness or traffic. Right. I really hope that we're having a great time in this session. All right, so just to continue, let's look at the process for display advertising. So the first that you have to understand your customers, right? Then find placement ideas, create ad creative, and put it all together. All right. Let's look at what social advertising is. Social advertising basically is, paid advertising on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all of those. That means you pay for it. For example, I'm sure that's happened to you a lot of times. You're watching a YouTube video, and before you know it, it just switches to an ad. Oh, buy your and you see an ad running and say what's. I mean, sometimes you can skip the ad. Sometimes, I mean, before you are even permitted to skip the ad, you have listened to more like maybe a few seconds of the ad before you are allowed to skip the ad. That means that whether you like it or not, I mean, as a user or as a customer, you have to look at the ad, and that is great for your business, because you know that when people become aware of what you do, whether they like it or not. Do you see that? Because you paid for it, right? It's also known as, I mean, social media advertising is also known as paid social media advertising. It's also known as social media marketing. So whichever name you want to call it is fine, right? So why should you even use social advertising in the first place, right? I'm sure you can see an example of that on this page, we have Jasper's Market, and you see sponsored. So whenever you see sponsored, you know that that's actually a paid ad. Do you see? Right. So what are the main difference between organic and paid social media? Let's look at it. So for organic social media, actually, the views, the action, the click, whatever, they are free. You don't have to pay anything. You have to a dime for it, right? But for paid social media, for people to view and do anything on your on your um on your display, right, whatever it is, you need to pay. You need to pay for people to view. You need to pay for people to click on your website. You need to pay for to get clicks from. You need to pay. That's just the difference, right? And another difference is that for your content appears on your business profile and people's news feed, like when they are checking, right? But for paid social media, your ads can appear in a lot of places. A user is using Facebook, it sees it first, one part, it scrolls down again, it can see it again. Do you understand? So it actually appears in a lot of places, much more than your business profile on your newsfeed. And the interesting thing is that for your organic, right, you can actually only reach your followers or friends, right? You can't reach more than those people. But for your paid social media, you can actually reach anybody from any country. It depends on what, of course, what your options are, what you are indicated, or your audience are indicated you have interest in, right? But trust me, you can reach out to a lot of people that even if they don't follow you, they will still see your ad, right? That's actually the difference. So they can actually explore both organic and paid social media. Sometimes you actually need paid social media, right? All right, so let's look at the process for social media advertising. The first thing is that you have to choose your objective. We talked about how to choose your objective before. It has to match your business goal. Then you have to choose your audience. I've said maybe you want them to just be in Kenya. You want them to just be all over the world. For example, Monday was saying 39 to 45 years old. That's fine. You can actually choose the kind of audience that you want. Then of course you have to create an ad, right? Of course, your flyer and whatever, how you want it to look, what you want your customers to see when they see your ad. Then of course you have to set your budget. But there are actually specifications when you're actually creating an ad, because sometimes Facebook might return it and say, oh, this does not fit into our specification. So you have to know what Facebook specification is. You have to know what Instagram specification is to actually create a great ad. Right. All right. Okay, so just like I would always say, please don't forget to subscribe to our to this particular YouTube channel, so that you can actually get more of these trainings whenever we have them. So please feel free to subscribe. And yes, Clementina should be sharing a format, because she already shared that for you to get certified. If you want to get certified for the particular training you've attended, please feel free to copy that link. Don't click on it here, so that we don't lose you. You don't go out of this session, but copy it somewhere. And after this session, you can go and fill the form, so that you will send certificate for being a part of this training. I'm sure you all want that. So please do not hesitate to do that. All right. So this is my final pause for question. If you have question, please let me know before we go ahead. Otherwise, hold your peace. Okay, that was just a joke. Anyway, but yeah, please feel free to drop your questions. Okay, Nina is asking, do you pay to optimize search engine for your website? No, it's actually free. That's what we're saying. You only pay for your ads if you want your business or your brand to appear on Google, right? Or maybe you want it to be like the first or second or third option, you have to pay. Do you understand? You have to pay. That's clear. But for optimization, it takes time. You just have to try research on keywords, and just ensure that your website is actually you put the right keywords in your website, so that by the time users search for it or customer search for it, they can actually see your business appear. So you don't pay for it. It's actually free. You only pay for ads, right? That's what we call search engine marketing. Do you understand? All right. So I really hope I answered your question. If I didn't, please feel free to let me know. But I think I did, right? All right. Any other questions before we go? All right. So let me just remind you that there is actually free one-on-one mentorship from Google available for small businesses and charities. So please, if you are interested, do not hesitate to reach out to Google. Clementina will be pasting the link again for you so that you can actually take note of this link and reach out to Google when next. Right. Um, so what are the next steps for you? Actually, you can actually learn more about all of these things we've been talking about, and you can do that using learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses. I'm sure Clementina will drop you that link for us so that we'll know what that's about. Right, you can actually learn a lot from using that particular link. Right. You can also find us on social media with on facebook.com/digital skills for Africa, on twitter.com/digital skills AF, and on instagram.com/digital skills AF. And of course, you can follow Impact Her. Clementina will be dropping the links for Impact Her. You can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Instagram, you can follow us on Facebook. So please feel free to follow us so that you get the latest information and everything you need for your business to grow. I'm sure that we all want our businesses to grow anyway, so I'm sure you won't hesitate to do that. Now, I'll remind you again, there's a certificate link, right, for you to register. Once you're registered, you'll actually be sent a certificate, to certify that yes, you attended this training and yes, you know about this particular topic we have taught in this session. Please do not hesitate to write down that link or note it somewhere and fill it later on. Right. And just like I'll say again, subscribe to this our YouTube channel because we have a lot of trainings, actually a lot of them, which we believe you can benefit from. If you want to learn this Google My Business, we usually do that training. If you want to learn how to build your brand, we usually do that training. So just subscribe to this channel so that when next you get enough information about this. And yes, all right, thank you so much for attending this training. I really hope that you learned a lot and it was insightful. I had a great time. I hope you did. Yes, I'll say thank you again for being a part of this. And let me say it in French. Au revoir. I hope you understand that. Okay, bye. Thank you so much. Have a great time.